But before we move on, I'll just bring this one back and show you how to get those added extra bits. Just drop a blob of orange in, and because you've left it for a few minutes, it's not going to spread as much as it did when you first added the paint. You can do the same with white. The same again here with some more white. I'm going to make these much bigger dots. And we'll keep adding paint to this over the next 10-15 minutes so that as it dries you can see how we can create that mottling effect. Now we're going to paint the belly bit here. And we're just going to use a little bit of green. And the Siamese yellow. That's that section finished. Don't forget to let that dry before you do this bit. Luckily, I've got another one here ready to take you on to the next section. We're going to do the face. Now we're going to do that in orange and cerise. When you painted the belly bit here on the last one, make sure that you paint the yellow there as well for the eye in ordinary transparent yellow. And the white. And now the yellow is nice and dry because you did it earlier. You can paint in the final bit, and that's the black eye. Like so. And that's your fish finished. Now you can just leave the fish like that if you want, cut it out and hang it in the window or turn it into a clock, but I'm going to add some silver veins to the fins. I've already got some silver outliner into our outlining bag and just outline over all the black lines. And just do all the fins so that when it's finished it looks like that. Now all you do then is cut it out. Now, as I told you before, you can just use your scissors like this, just go right up to the edge. It's a little bit more harder to do than the other films, and it can make your fingers ache if you've got a lot to do. So that just cuts off, but you can use a hot knife. Now I find it best if you turn the design upside down so that your paint is down on the table. Now we've got a glass top table here, so there's no problem, and they're usually okay to use straight onto any surface, but if you're a bit worried, put a piece of glass underneath or a bit of a cutting board or get a proper cutting mat. And the way to cut it out is just follow the line with your hot knife and it cuts through it like butter. And then if you want to turn this into a clock or something, you just literally find where the middle is and where it balances nicely, and then you just literally, from experience I know that it's about here, So the best way of cutting a hole in, I find, is with the hot knife. And you just put it into the film and just go round slowly. And then that just pops out like so. And I find that the easiest way of making a hole. So when that's done and it's all cut out and that's put away safely, you can turn it into a clock. Now this is one that we did. It's painted slightly different, but it gives you the same idea. So there's your clock. And if you're selling clocks, don't forget, set them at 10 to 2. It gives a nice smiley face and it helps you sell things. There's other alternatives you can do. You can make a cat. So you just cut it out. You can even take a picture of your own cat and make your own cat clock. Or you can do a seahorse. There's all sorts of things you can do. So that's the Rainbow Thick film. There's 101 things you can do with it. Have fun.